Hey guys, what's up? What's going on? It's Casey here, and I'm back with yet another video. Today is the day that Yahuwah has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. So, I want to talk about the story with Miss Ashley Janae and her newly fiance, Joseph McCain. Yes, let's talk about this real quick. So, basically, the story that I'm seeing, and I have not delve deep into the story, but my understanding is this is a soft life girly from Instagram. She's an influencer. She's like the sprinkle chick and the chicks that tell you how to basically level up, aka toot, get the bag from a pimp that is a permanent pimp instead of a temporary one. Okay, you may turn them into boyfriends, you may turn them into husbands, or what have you. Okay, now, so basically, my understanding is that this influencer, beautiful young lady, of course, she has this white boyfriend because she's a divester. And basically, my understanding of that is this black women is going their own way, honey, and they're doing anything but black when it comes to relationship, marriages, etc. Okay. So anyhow, that's what she is, and that's her what she influences. Anyway, so they go on these great vacations and things, and she splurge and show you the vanity and everything of her hair and makeup and shipping and the vacations and all the stuff that the divesting has leveled her up to manifest the alchemy that she did to be. Okay. Now, from my understanding, what I hear is that they went to Tanzania in Africa, and that she basically is coming back home in a casket. Unfortunately, um, the story says that her and her boyfriend, at this point, boyfriend or fiance, who had just proposed to her, by the way, just a couple of days before, that they had an argument. It was pretty heated, and they needed to be split up in rooms while they're in Tanzania, a whole nother country from where they're from. Next thing you know, she is hanging from a door, hanging like how they used to do certain demographic of people back in the day. So this is the story, and unfortunately, this really happened. So prayers to the young lady's family, prayers to everyone involved here, right? So at this point, we don't know who has done this crime, but that's not why I am here and why I'm speaking of this. Y'all know I never go with the flow of the story. Of course, that's the story they're going to give you, but that's not the story that I see. I see more stories in this than that. And that's what we're going to talk about. Okay. So that's shelf. That's it's in your face. Boom. This is what happened. But there's many agendas planted in this story, and I'm going to break it down maybe in another video or on my Patreon, because y'all definitely gonna say I'm crazy. But when I show you what I show you, I want to see if you say I'm crazy. And you probably still is, because that's what people usually do. But let me just hit you with this real quick, okay? Because I saw a lot of interesting things. You understand that when things start trending on social media and in the news media, there's something up with that story. It's a reason why that story is trending. You don't just trend because you cute. That's not why you trend. You don't trend because you got money. You don't trend because you smart. Somebody is pushing you through the algorithm, and they want the story to show. And it's great to show stories that have agendas tied up in it, especially when it's multiple. So let's just look at a couple of things before I make the actual video to expose it all. So I went to several sources, and one source here you'll see here is that on April the 5th, right here, it says her last post was dated April 5th. I got that highlighted, which showed her celebrating her birthday and announcing her engagement. Okay, so April the 5th, which is April is a 4 and the 5th is 5, correct? Now, hold on to that real quick. Exhibit B. Okay. So we see here in the highlighted area, it says she was celebrating her birthday, which we already discussed was on April 5th, right? And her recent engagement to Joe Biden, I mean, Joe McCain. Interesting. Which he is 45 years of age. But hold on, I want you to just hold on for me one more minute, please. You can't tell me that this doesn't get interesting. When we read this title right here, 50K when her fiance, well, it's saying at the top of it, it said her family, are they asking for 50K? When her fiance is worth a reported 45 million big buckaroonies. Now, this 45 is very important on different levels, depending on where you're looking from. So just follow. Follow. Now, this is where you're going to fall off of the yellow brick road, but don't do it because I haven't even showed you half of the puzzle yet. It is some quite compelling things in here, all the way down to her date of her age. And the chapter, how she was closing the chapter. Yeah, it's a lot more to this story because it is a big story that is playing out in a different way. But check this out. And I'm going to let y'all just go on ahead and unsubscribe at this point when you see this. Listen. And there you have it. Now, that's not even half of the story. I haven't even told you exactly what this is yet. So you probably still ain't getting it. If you didn't pick up on the roses, if you didn't pick up on that, then maybe I do need to do this video so I can explain exactly what's going on and why that number. What does it mean, pray tell? And why other numbers I keep seeing pop in this story and what do they mean? And what's being communicated to buddies around the world? You know. So, anyways, if you want to know more, then drop a comment down in the comment box. Other than that, I'll just post it on my Patreon. All right. Shalom.